everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about ALEXIS Sharkey. She was a missing influencer, Instagrammer. She had a really big following. I believe she's about 20,000 followers right now. And sadly, they found her body. So I'm going to talk about it, and I have a feeling this isn't going to be the last we hear of this case. I got a feeling a lot of details are going to come out about this. I'm definitely going to keep up with this case because it, of course, hits home. You know, I do Instagram and all that stuff, and it's just, again, just because somebody's life might look perfect through a photograph lens on social media doesn't mean it is. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So if you guys like these type of videos, make sure to subscribe, like, share, and let's get to it. P.S. Don't mind me, I just got my Invisalign changed and it's pretty flimsy on the top side up here, so my S's are really off and I just sound really different in my eyes. So if it's kind of annoying, I'm really sorry about it. So ALEXIS Sharkey was a 26-year-old Instagram influencer. She mainly focused on the type of content for skincare, beauty, fashion, things like that. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, she's breathtaking. She has like the picture perfect body. She looks like a little Barbie doll. She's just super cute. Looking at her videos and things like that, she just has like a cute little bubbly personality, which is what makes the perfect influencer, because when people look at influencers and things like that, there's something in them that attracts them to keep watching them. And for me personally, I love watching people that make me feel good when I get done looking at, you know, whether it's their Instagram, their YouTube videos, their TikTok videos, things like that. I like to feel good when I'm done watching it. To me, from the outside, it seemed like her personality and her inside was as beautiful as the outside of her, which is incredible because not all influencers are like that. That's actually pretty rare. Now, her friends say that when she moved to Texas, she made friends instantly. Again, she had a magnetic personality. She was super easy to get along with, very friendly. ALEXIS hadn't seen her family back in Pennsylvania since the prior Christmas, so it had been almost a year, and the last time she had talked to ALEXIS was on the phone the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and on the phone call they were just talking about plans and upcoming holiday events and stuff like that. She was the oldest of 3 sisters. She graduated from Summa Claude, which I'm not sure if I said that right, with a biology degree, and she planned to apply to medical school, so she was clearly a very intelligent woman. Her mom says that she then took a year off, and that year knocked her into a different path. Mom says that when she moved to West Texas is when she met her now husband, Tom, and they got married, and then she started being a full-time social media influencer, which is incredible. Mom says that she loved what she did. She was so passionate about it. So now getting into the nightmare. On November 27th, it was a Friday, is when she technically had went missing. It's said that night she had just got done an argument, but it's not said with who, which is what her friends say. And she had left her apartment without her car, phone, or her wallet. What's wild is that her husband isn't the one who actually called the police and filed a missing persons report. It was her friends when she didn't show up to a girls' movie night. When her friends called the police to file the missing police report, then Tom, her husband, connected with her family in Pennsylvania to let them know that she was officially a missing person. It's said that her family and her friends kept trying to call her and call her and call her and connect with her and reach out to her to try to, you know, get a hold of her, and nothing. And when they really worried was after 6 hours, there was still silence, nothing from her uploaded on any of her social media channels. Quote this because this is what one of her friends said on that night. She said, "I ran over to her apartment and she's not there, and we were supposed to meet up. When you start to hear these stories, you just know that something's not right. Something's wrong. She's never that far away from her device. She's standing up her friends. Her husband doesn't know where she is. All of that strikes fear." And I know for me, if this was my friend and she was a successful social media influencer, which, you know, her phone is basically her #1 go-to device, you know, that's her business. For her to go that long without posting is really bizarre, especially looking at her posting history. That next day, Sunday, sadly, she was found by a city worker. They found her feet hanging out of bushes, and then when they looked further, they saw her laying there completely naked, and they say she was dumped like trash, and there's no trauma physically being able to be seen on her body when they found her. So the autopsy's still being done right now, but you know, so much could be wrong on the inside. There could be inside trauma. Her mother says too that she 100% in her gut and her instincts believes that it was foul play. And I mean, obviously, look at how her body was. I think so too. And I hate to say this, but you know, after watching docu after docu, for her to be covered up by a bush, I feel like that signifies it could be somebody close to her, because a lot of times that people that are close to people that end up doing this type of thing to somebody that they love, like a crime of passion, usually they end up covering up the body because they don't want to look at it, because it's still kind of torture to the person who did it. So that kind of just makes me wonder. And I don't want to point fingers, but I will say that I find that weird. Like, maybe it's somebody who stalked her. Maybe it was somebody who was obsessed with her. You never know. But like, that just kind of stuck out to me a little bit. After she was found, her husband took to Instagram and, you know, paid a whole tribute to her. And then he also kind of fired back a little bit at the trolls, I guess, that were suspecting him possibly. A bit about her husband, Tom. He is 49 years old. He's from Fort Myers, Florida. And they were married in December of 2019. Her friends say too that she had opened up to them that a divorce was being filed and that they were having issues. Friends said too, though, that she didn't really go into a lot of detail because she was more of a private person. She didn't share a lot of what was going on at home. It just goes to show that what you see on social media is never exactly the true picture. So I know a lot of people get down on themselves because they look at other people's perfect lives, but you know what? Most of the time it's not perfect. That's pretty much what's known about this case that has come out, and I just want it to be known that if any of the facts in here seem a little bit off, because all the articles that I've read were facts like from when they found her and things like that, were all pretty similar. They weren't exactly the same, so I feel like a lot of stuff is still, you know, being found out about this, obviously, because it's so fresh and such a new case. So don't come at me. Like, a lot of the timelines, it hasn't come out yet, like exactly when her body was found. So I'm going to keep up with it. I'm going to keep you guys up with it and let you guys know what ends up happening and what's going on. But I love you guys so much. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.